Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Stumps and Sixes, where every cricket moment finds a voice. And today we have had a hammer blow of a match. RCB land that hammer blow to the defending champions Mumbai Indians, who take a loss and they fumble the chance to go to the top of the table. And with that, Sriram, you have fumbled your prediction from yesterday that MI would thrash RCB. Gershon, what do you have to say about that?
I mean, I've already did all what I had to do in the group chats and in the pre-match, pre-shoot also. But yeah, this feels nice. I two things I told yesterday that RCB would win and I'd be wearing red, and I've got both right. And there's this gentleman here with us who's got both wrong. So just a huge welcome to Sriram. Nice to see you today.
Bro, I said you won today because of my prediction, bro. I'm always the jinx man in the group, so
Right. So this is
you
some
should
some
thank
kind of
me.
reverse psychology.
Yes.
Right.
So then who does the credit of the prediction go to? Does it go to the Jinx man, Sriram, or does it go to you, Gershon?
I think
Who
credit
takes it?
I think today every credit should go to Miss Ellyse Perry for the kind of performance she's had. I know we'll get to that, but
Bow
yeah,
down, bro.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just yeah, absolutely, just a legend in the game itself. I know we'll get to that later, but yeah, I don't know. It's just working out a couple of predictions for me as well, and Sriram, a couple of them
Mhm.
not going his way, but we still have a couple of matches left. Let's see. I don't know. Sriram might is always known for a good comeback also, so let's see how it goes in the next couple of matches.
Yeah, so that's with our predictions for now. We'll come back to it at the end of the show for tomorrow. But yes, we were mentioning Ellyse Perry. She's obviously the star of the match for RCB, 6 wickets. And then you also look at her batting. She had set up an incredible score. I think it was 40 runs of a few balls. So, I mean, 38 balls, I think it was. So clearly, could you say she carried RCB through this match, Gershom? If you took her out of the equation, do you think that RCB would have taken this over the line?
It would have been a more closer match, that's for sure. If Perry didn't play the way she did. Just the batting was pretty good, but it's the bowling that stood out for me. Honestly, just the way she bowled from the time she's come on. Out of the 6 wickets she's got, four are bowled and two are leg before, which means that she was bowling stump to stump. Barring that one ball that went to Harmanpreet, which was bowled outside off, and then it under edged and hit the stump. Everything is what else was on the stump. And even if you see the way she bowled a couple of short ones to see if there's any help there. Maybe she was setting up the batsman for the one that comes in, but she didn't have to. The way the ball kept coming in and the way the Mumbai batters fell for those in swingers. I think she's just been one amazing player, and first player to pick 6 wickets. I always keep saying in a T20 to pick anything more than four, which means you're having at least one multi-wicketed over, which means that you're just way ahead in the game when you get that. And to have two overs like that by one player, just absolutely amazing. I was amazed, out of words when I was watching her play, especially that last ball when she got Nat Sciver-Brunt. I mean, if she had got five, it was still a great over. It would have been still a great figures, but the fact that she went one ahead and got six was just absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
I have literally no words, for that skill that from the Perry we have seen today. This is different Perry we have seen in this WPL, to be honest. I haven't seen this much, consistency in her in this match actually. Uh, I have been, following IPL and WPL. I haven't seen this kind of spell ever in the, WPL and IPL history. I mean, this spell is mind blowing. That the way she, the way she bowled and every delivery she bowled today was, exactly pinch of a delivery. It's not like the batsman or the batter get hit on and get out. It's not the occasion. It's just on the money. It's just on the ball. She just gone in there and kept RCB in the match. I think she is really the point of difference.
yeah, I think she didn't just keep RCB in the match. She got the match to RCB in that
Mm.
aspect, and I think she has delivered quite an embarrassment and a big, I would say to a certain extent, wake up call to Mumbai. And it's been a rough awakening given that their owner, Miss Nita Ambani, she was present today for the first time, I believe. So that's quite a
Yeah, I mean,
rude
she's
awakening.
been having a great couple of weeks, hasn't she, Nita Ambani? I think it's good to have a leveler of sorts, and I think RCB is very happy to give her that sort of a leveler.
So RCB fans are salty about her having a good time at her son's pre-wedding. I
Nah,
see.
not really. I'm sure everybody back in Bangalore is very happy that the richest family in India has got some festivities going on, but just in the cricket, it just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work like life, wherein
Mm.
you just having a nice time doesn't work out for you. I think it was more of a Perry carnage as you was talking about, just blew away. I think Nita Ambani should have chosen a better match to watch the game, but you can never predict with Perry on your side. So
Yeah, I think this was Perry's little party
yeah.
today. Yeah, her day out. So when you talk about the bowling side, Perry obviously took 6 of the 8 wickets, which was a massive haul. But then we have to also take into account both the Sophie Molyneux and Sophie Devane, both of them taking a wicket. So I mean, they also contributed to keeping RCB's flow going, but could you say that somewhere Mumbai Indians just weren't in it for this match? Like, there was no sort of fight that you saw in that team. Clearly, this match,
Mm.
statistically, if you look at the table, it didn't mean a lot to them. Obviously, if they won, they could have qualified for the finals directly. Now they have to hope that DC fumble tomorrow.
Mm.
But they went within a span of, I think it was about 20-ish runs. I think they were 65 for one, a solid opening, a decent power play, and then they just suddenly crumbled. It was like their opening order fell, and then it was just like the entire middle order collapsed. And uh, Ellyse Perry was at the helm of leading that bowling charge of RCB. But yeah, so I think that in that sense, the other two bowlers, their merits shouldn't get hidden away. They did a great job in, I think, keeping the consistency of RCB's bowling attack. But I genuinely feel that it was MI that somewhere just didn't come to the match with the intention of playing with the X factor. Don't you think, Srira?
Rightly, you pointed out, the Mumbai's intensity coming into the game. I think it was a bit less. And I also think they didn't expect this kind of bowling, to be honest. Even I didn't see that coming. I think even Darshan to an extent agreed to that. We all know good of a all-rounder and a player Perry is, but this kind of skill is some extraordinary skill. Imagine if if a batter going into a match and hitting 125 or 130 or in a T20 match. I mean, I'm comparing it because no one talks about a bowler these days. Getting 6 wickets all isn't a normal thing. I mean, even a test match, if we get a 6 wicket all, it's branded as a greatest achievement. We have seen that. So I think. This spell, every credit goes to Perry and to an extent, yeah, RCB as well because of their fielding also is good. It's on good terms today. Coming back after 2 consecutive losses, I think it's a really good sign for RCB going into eliminator and hopefully to the final. And I also think more of the intention from Mumbai. I think RCB caught Mumbai on in the right hands today. I think so. What do you think, sir? You think
I
Mumbai
think
or
I think sorry. My
I asked you. Hmm.
Yeah, so I think, just I think another thing that I want to mention is that Perry is not bowled much, in in this tournament so far. And also another major thing is if you see up until the way she time she came to bowl, they were pretty much cruising. The openers, the change in the batting order had kind of worked. Haley Matthews gave them a pretty good start, and she had fallen to say Sophie Devon, but it was okay. She had done what she had to. Sajana was continuing on, and then but I think where it exactly changed was that over when Sophie Devon got that wicket. She got a wicket and she gave one run away. The next over, Perry came on, she gave one run away. Sophie came on again, gave a couple of boundaries, but bowled some really good balls. So that I think that is where the flow of the match kind of stopped a little bit. And then the next over when Perry came on, she was just unreal, as Shira mentioned. I think these kind of performances don't happen every day. Not even this is once in a tournament kind of a performance. And yeah, picking up 6 wickets in a T20 is almost unbelievable. It's almost, I would really compare it to Gale's 175. The kind of impact that it had. Maybe
True.
not the same amount of fireworks, but those kind of innings don't happen again. And I will tell you, this record will not be broken for a long time. For a long time, because it's not that easy to get 6 wickets. Even if you get a hat trick, you still three. You need to get three more. That's
Mm,
honestly unbelievable. She's just been, and talking about the other bowlers, that's a really good point you brought up, right? Because she was set up greatly by Sophie Devon in the initial part of it, and after she bowls 4 overs, right? And
yeah.
after bowling 4 overs and taking 6 wickets, again, that's more than half the side. So you can give that argument as well. But the point being
Mm,
that you just get 4 overs. There's 16 overs to be played. I think the way the other RCB bowlers came together, beat Shreyanka Patel. I think Shreyanka Patel was amazing. She just got a 1 over, and the stumping that of Richa Ghosh that she got just turned immensely to get that wicket. So yeah, everybody chipped in, but again, on nights like this, you don't really remember who took that 1 wicket or the rest of the 4 wickets when one player in your team is taking 6 wickets. Today is all about Perry, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
true,
that's
true.
very
And I just
true.
want to,
And
1 second, Girish, before you start into the
yeah,
next one. I want to ask that we all seen how good Perry looked today, and Harish also mentioned, is there a little bit of less intent from Mumbai Indians going into this game? Do you think that Mumbai, went into the game like I'm saying, why, like we have seen the matches anyway? We are going to the eliminator, so let's play a good game, not a fully committed game. So are they more aware of the eliminator game than this game? I think if team is going like that, don't you think the momentum will get spoiled?
I genuinely think that uh, what you're saying was the case, but I think as a professional athlete, individually and as a whole, as a team, that's not the mentality that you should be going in with. I think there was obviously that part there that this match statistically almost didn't matter to them because they are going to the eliminator any which ways. But also the fact that I think somewhere they were overconfident because they
Mm, true.
previously beat Bangalore by I think it was 7 wickets, and overconfidence along with recklessness, not just in sport, in any case, but especially in sport, when those two things combine, it forms a recipe for disaster. And I think in that sense, we all clearly saw what happened because Bangalore have absolutely gone and made a mockery of Mumbai on the pitch there. So yeah, it's a horrible mentality. Yes, it breaks momentum. It causes doubts. As a professional athlete, I can tell you that firsthand that it causes doubts. It causes the cracks within the team, and no matter the importance of the game, if you are playing a match, you have to be there and be giving your
Yeah,
100% mentally, physically, and emotionally. So
yeah.
yeah, I think it's just a mm, poor performance by Mumbai.
I think I completely agree with Erish. I have to, as a sports person, there's no off day. You're going on the field. You need to be honored to given the chance to play, and you need to play your best. But I think the way they need to look at it now in hindsight, they need to look at it this way: that there is that one match where everybody's going to underperform. This is that match. That's over. We were always during the first season of our show when we were shooting, we were wanting India to have a bad match so that they don't take it to the playoff. So I think that's how they'll want to look at it. Mumbai Indians, I think that's how they'll have to look at it. But yeah, as Eddie said, it's really going to matter. And given the fact that these both teams will meet again very soon,
True, true.
that's where it matters a lot because it's still going to be there. And especially for Nat Sciver-Brunt, a very unfortunate lady today who dropped two
Oh,
catches and even tried to stop one, going from the boundary and she couldn't. And even I could hear the commentator say it's that kind of a day for her where the rough patch in the ground is where she is. So it's just
mm,
and even I think Sriram, you were saying how some days it's just that
true,
day.
true.
You can't do anything, and I think she
Exactly,
had one of
exactly.
those days,
Mm,
and it just sums up the kind of day Mumbai has had on a whole as well. So just yeah, it's going to matter as Harish said. Coming back to your question, it's going to matter. I don't think the players would come there wanting to have this as an off day, as a jolly day. It doesn't matter. I don't think they go for that. That defeats the whole sense of sport in a matter. So I don't think they went like that, but they want to look at it the way I said. I think that's the better way to deal with it psychologically as well.
True, true. I mean,
Gershom, I'll kind of, just a second, Sriram, but Gershom, I'll
hmm,
kind of contradict with you on this point. I think an athlete can have an off day in the sense where some days I get it. You just don't get into the groove. You just have bad shots. You bowl bad balls, and that can happen. But I think with Mumbai out and out, they were overconfident and they were reckless. That's what I am a Mumbai fan, and if I'm looking at an honest assessment of the team on the pitch. I think yes, there were players like Nat Sciver-Brunt. She genuinely had an unlucky day. She had an off day. But you can say that when a player like that is going for the catches, they're going to try and stop the boundaries. You can say that even though she was unlucky, she had an off day. But that's when you can say the player is unlucky or is having an off day. But then there are the other players who aren't putting in an effort. And when you're not putting in an effort, you can't say you are having an off day.
Absolutely.
If you're
Agreed.
not
Fair
putting in
enough.
the
I, I,
effort,
I give you
you
that.
are
Yeah.
just not there. And that is recklessness and overconfidence for the two reasons
Absolutely.
that I saw.
Agreed. Agreed.
That they
I,
are
I would I
already
wouldn't
in the
say that.
eliminators. Yeah.
true, true,
I'm
true.
just saying
And
in the
What we
hindsight,
have to,
in hindsight, it's better to look at it that way. Now that it's over, maybe coming in, maybe they
yeah,
should have been more aware and try to perform better. But, and adding on to your point, exactly, the kind of extras they bowled as well, some of them weren't actually their fault. If you think about it, the pitch was little uneven and it just one bounced off the keeper, one just kept low and just rolled off. So, but yeah, other ways they could have been more active on the field, could have been more aware and could have been taken more active decisions by the captain. But yeah, maybe there was a sense of mediocrity in terms of the fact that they've already qualified. So maybe
yeah.
this comes off as a little bit of a easygoing match for them. So yeah, maybe,
True.
but now they'll have to pull their socks up. I don't think there's anything left to do. Pull your socks up, and the next match is a big one, and they'll have to come through.
yeah. I think
I think
after the
now going
form,
into the
it's
eliminator, these two teams are going to play the rematch. And as
Yeah.
a Mumbai fan, Erish is there, and as RCB fan, you are going to. So, how both of you are going to feel about this rematch? So, I think based on today's match, I think Goshen will be more assured and more confident about it.
I think
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah,
guys,
please.
something. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, no, I'll go ahead. I think
Go
your team's
ahead.
had
Go
a
ahead.
bad
It's
day.
your day. It's
Sure,
your day. It's your
sure,
day.
sure.
Your day.
So absolutely, I think yeah, just it's going to play in their minds as I said before. It's going to, and it's not that long of a time, and especially for Natalie Squier-Brunt. If I was the coaching staff, if I was the captain, I just give her the day off. No training for it because it's not the lack of training that she's dropping catches. It's a lot of other psychological things that goes on in a sports person's mind or in their life as well. So to come off and the kind of support that RCB had, I'm sure when she was going near the deep regions to field. I'm sure the fans were coming at her, and these few of these players. I know she's an international player. She's been used to kind of these big crowds, but it still plays on their mind. So in a couple of days when they go
Mm,
at it again, I think RCB will have the upper hand. But again, Mumbai is that kind of a side, where they have complete match winners. And even if it's if honestly, I think even in the WhatsApp group when we were discussing after the first inning, I told you I'm not going to comment until the match is over because if Perry can do it, I'm pretty sure Shabnam Ismail can do it. A bowler who can bowl 132 kilometers, the fastest delivery in the women's league, I'm sure she could have done it better. And she did bowl a couple of beauties. Again, thanks to Natalie Sciver-Brunt, they couldn't
mm,
catch a hold on to them and convert them into wickets. But they bowled amazingly. And in another day, if Perry didn't exist, maybe as you said, it would have been a completely different, scenario. And especially Perry, the way she handles Shabnam, playing with a straight bat and making sure that she doesn't play any cross-batted shots, nothing above there. And again, they didn't have a lot to start off with Mumbai. So coming to what you were actually asking is that I think RCB is going to have an upper hand. But if any team can come back out of this, it has to be Mumbai, the defending champions. You have to have your money on them.
mm,
Yeah, I'll elaborate on a few points that Gershom said. Like with Natalie, it's not the lack of training that caused her to drop the catches. It's psychological things. And at the end of the day, I think no matter how much of a physical game it is, uh, sports is down to how much you can commit mentally. And it comes back all the way back again to your mentality that you bring onto the pitch. In this case, I think Natalie, as I said, she was genuinely unlucky in most moments. But yeah, there's psychological things. It's not the lack of training. Yes, I think Natalie, she'll bounce back. But I think after every low day, when you have had a bad day, it is the ability of a team to go back to have each other's backs, regroup, and come back with the stronger mentality. I think to a certain extent, it's good to have a revenge mentality. Like, okay, you humiliated us, we are going to be coming for your throats. I genuinely think that Mumbai have the quality of players in their squad
Absolutely.
to come out on the pitch with the mentality next time out and say, okay, this is what you did to us. We are going to be coming for your throats. So yeah, that's what I expect Mumbai to be doing. So yes, RCB will have the upper hand, obviously. I think because whoever's won the previous match obviously always comes in with an upper edge, no matter what sort of belief you hold in yourself. But then I think, as I said, it's the mentality that plays a role, and I think MI have more than enough quality in their squad to build that mentality and come there. And on your mention of supporters, Gershon, yeah, RCB support is insane. It's one of the best supports I have seen in the WPL and even in the IPL. I'm hearing through the TV, I'm hearing the crowd chanting the name of the team. And yes,
Haven't
no
you
matter
seen
how
CSK,
experienced
bro?
a player, I've
Didn't
seen
even come in
CSK, but
tournament only. Don't even have a team. What CSK?
He
yeah,
said
in the I mean, yeah, in the IPL as well. But I mean, if you're looking at it combined here in WPL especially, we saw it at their home stadium. Are now seeing it at an away stadium. RCB have an absolutely unmatched support, and until now, to a certain extent, you never saw in cricket to be able to hear crystal clear chants of a team's name being chanted. I was used to it to a certain extent in football. Sriram, you would relate clubs like Liverpool, clubs like Barcelona that create such an atmosphere home and away. Their fans are able to replicate such massive atmospheres. We never saw that kind in cricket, and I am genuinely
Mm,
happy to see that there is such a
true, true, true.
massive atmosphere. And yes, it plays on the players' minds. But again, all of that ultimately comes down to what I'm saying is the
Mm,
mentality that the players bring onto the pitch. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
genuinely
everything.
think Mumbai can bounce back. Yeah.
So everything to be told, we shouldn't, forget the knock that is done by Richa Ghosh today. I mean, this is exactly the knock that, UP Warriors missed yesterday after the initial couple of wickets. That is exactly what RCB did right today. After the initial 2 or 3 wickets, I think Darshan would be a little tensed after initial the Smithy's wicket and initial 2 or 3 wickets.
Absolutely
But
was.
that's exactly where Perry and Richa just hold on there, just batted there and war just get them to the victory side. Everything.
I think, Richa, perfect gift for her. After the kind of match she had the last
Mm,
time around, losing by 1 run and going down on her knees and had to be consoled by her teammates. It's just a great way. And going into this tournament, going into the business end and to the playoffs, no, this is the right way to do it. You have this win,
mm,
you have this kind of loss, which is, heartbreaking, and then you come back as a team and you have one of your players, your main players come through. Nothing short of inspiring for the rest of them. And if they hold on to it, and just Richa's been just amazing throughout the tournament. I think she definitely needs to bat up the order. I wouldn't even mind her opening. Open with her and then send
mm,
Perry and then Sophie. I wouldn't mind with that. Honestly, I don't think that wouldn't why it wouldn't work. The way she's been middling the ball, the way she has, one ball that was short. I think she played a cross batted shot over long off. If I don't know if you all saw it, just
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
power. And the bat recoiled. I think even the commentators mentioned the bat recoiled back, which means that she's not
Mm,
using that much of, she's not relying on timing or anything. She's just brute power, right? So
yeah,
that when you have in a game, in a women's game, that just gives you the edge does it does that Richa's enjoying so far. So yeah, just great signs. Then let's just. I don't know. I don't think anything RCB can change going into the next match. They'll have to take on
true,
this,
true, true.
wave of, great performances, and just carry on and hopefully win a couple more matches. And then I'll have something to talk when somebody says RCB hasn't won a cup yet. I think I'll at least say we have a WPL at least, guys. Let's not go there. So maybe at least
True,
for
true,
that.
true. I mean, I was so happy today. After we were yesterday, Gershom, the team batting was actually having a massive advantage. I mean, that
Yes.
actually changed today. I think it's really good for the tournament in the final stages.
Yeah, I think at one point I wanted to really, actually, I wanted to bring up. It's really nice that you bring it up. I told you, some team will be brave enough to
Exactly.
change that trend. I think Smriti, I don't know if we can consider her brave because it was a whole different track we were playing in. The ball
Mm.
definitely looked like there was a bit of grass in the pitch when the pitch report was being done. You know it will seam, and usually when it seams, it spins as well. So good decision from
Mm.
her to bowl. But I'm definitely sure when she won the toss, she didn't think that her vice captain would be picking 6 wickets in 4 overs. I think then she would have definitely said that she would bowl faster, but she absolutely, I think when Perry bowls the way she did, you bat first, you bat second, doesn't really matter because you win the match. So, but a good toss to win. Everything went right for RCB from ball one. So, yeah, just great signs. Nothing to complain
Yeah, it
about.
was. Yeah, I think it just fell into place for RCB. It was their day. Luck was on their side. They made a correct decision with the toss. Perry set the
Mm.
ball on fire. Took 6 wickets. I think, yeah, you can genuinely say everything fell into place for RCB.
True.
And yeah, I mean, I'm a Mumbai fan, but I mean, for all the troubles you RCB fans have been through, I mean, to see you guys happy once in a while, I mean, it doesn't hurt a
Oh,
lot.
Yeah, it's okay.
Especially
We'll
given
take it.
that,
I don't mind.
especially given that this match didn't mean anything to us. So I mean,
I
yeah,
absolutely don't mind.
I
You
mean,
know who has the
and I
best
mean, it
bowling
will be.
figures in WPL history, Arish?
no, no, enlighten me.
It's Miss Ellyse Perry who picked 6 for 15 against a team which had no idea what was coming their way. They
To
were
be
they were
defending champions.
the defending
Ah,
champions,
yeah.
so-called defending champions. I had no idea what was coming their way,
Yeah,
and
see,
absolutely,
Gersham. The thing is, at least we can call ourselves defending champions
yeah. Well, I knew that was coming. I see. This is why I
multiple
said Sriram.
times,
At least this is why we
multiple
need to win a
times.
World Cup. No, I get it.
Oh my God.
We can call ourselves defending champions, and we can
There is
even
there is
say
a
that we are champions. We've been champions in the past with our IPL team as well. So yeah,
Jokes aside,
you need to
jokes
earn
aside.
those privileges. You
Yeah,
need to
absolutely.
earn those
Jokes aside,
privileges.
Harish, I think Mumbai is blessed with some amazing cricket talent. Because even seeing likewise the Ranji match, which is also going on side by side, Mumbai is just winning it just one sided. And given the fact that they've had such a rich history of giving some great
Mm.
players to the Indian cricket team, like there was a point in time when more than half the team in India were from Mumbai, and even right now there's some really great players.
True.
Our captain, including some really great names from the streets of Mumbai, and it just the history that Mumbai has. It's not surprising that they have the kind of history, but we're coming. We're here to win, and
Uh,
we're coming for you, Mumbai.
True. And
We'll see about that.
you both were
We'll see
talking
about
about,
that.
Elisa Perry, how good is for RCB. I just want to say that how good is for, RCB fans and the fan team. Most importantly, the great player, the great, the captain of the team coming into the picture at the back end of the, tournament. How important and how crucial is it for the team RCB going into the final stages of the
I
I
think
think
it's massive.
please.
It's sorry, Gershon, but I think it's massive. It
tournament?
brings a completely massive morale boost to the team. Especially, I
Exactly.
think it was Sriram that mentioned that they were coming off 2 losses previously, and to then come and put in such a performance against, yes, the defending champions. It's a, it sort of earns bragging rights for the fans, but then also for the players, it's something. It just forms a sort of confidence and belief within the team. It
Mm.
it gives the confidence to the players like, yes, we can do this. Especially when they are now like I think just 2 wins away from achieving what would be greatness for RCB fans. Uh, it instills a massive boost of confidence and belief into the team. So yeah, it's I think the timing of this couldn't have been better if you are looking at it as an RCB fan. I think this is the perfect
Exactly.
timing. This gives them great momentum, and yeah, this it's fallen into place for them, as I said.
And adding on to what Eris said, I think given the fact that they've never beat Mumbai ever, RCB come before this match in the last 3 times they played, once before in this season and twice in the last season, have never managed to beat Mumbai. So even if they had lost and still managed to qualify,
Oh,
and they're going to the playoffs, and then they're seeing there they have to face Mumbai and they've never beat Mumbai, I think that would have been a bigger psychological hurdle for them to cross. So the fact, as you said, couldn't have come at a better time and couldn't have come at a better way. Mumbai looked clueless. So now it's doesn't tilt it in RCB's favor,
So
but
true.
I think it's equally balanced now. I think now both the teams have something to lose and something to gain. So the next time they meet should be, a great encounter for the fans.
Yeah, and as you said, it's psychological, and as I said, everything I think
Yeah.
ultimately comes back to the mentality with which the
Yeah,
team steps onto the pitch, and I think even the uh, eventual eliminator is going to be decided by which team steps onto the pitch with more belief and more confidence that they are the ones who can go into the finals. So yeah, I think
absolutely.
that's how it will be decided. So yeah, it's brilliant timing for RCB. You
I
cannot.
think it's time to go to prediction, guys. We have a dead rubber of
Uh,
sorts tomorrow, but I still think we need to get predictions, Erish. What do you think?
I mean, it's dead rubber for you, but for Mumbai,
true,
it
true.
is a
My
potential
time for
chance.
comeback.
Right. For Delhi and Mumbai.
Yeah, yeah. For Delhi, I mean, if Delhi win, they obviously continue on to their way in the finals. But I mean, for Mumbai, it's a chance we can hope that Gujarat can do something and we end up in the finals. Hopefully, we don't have to play RCB until then. Um,
Right.
but then, yeah. So yeah, I hope. But I mean, that's what I hope for. But I think predictions wise, I think Delhi win this. Gujarat, they have been unlucky, poor in this tournament. So yeah, I don't see a way for them to upset the table toppers. But then I mean, even RCB did that to the defending champions, so
Yeah. Shyam,
nothing's
you
off
agree
the
with Erish?
charts.
Yeah,
Shira,
I have
please
to go
talk.
with Delhi, bro. There is no chance.
Right. So you're telling it's all the way Delhi.
Yes, yes, yes.
Guys,
Okay,
I
now
I I
now I
I I
can
just like
now I'm hoping. Sorry, Gresham, but now I'm hoping that Sriram's jinx comes true. Okay, I'm genuinely hoping for that.
right.
So yeah,
You know what? It is the confidence Sriram has to come to the show every day with having the yesterday's prediction wrong and to be like, you know what? Tomorrow I'll tell you guys. I just commend the confidence, Sriram. It's just absolutely commendable how you do that. But honestly, guys, if you ask me, I think when a team has nothing to lose, that's when they're most dangerous. And Gujarat have shown some individual brilliances in the form of the 16-year-old pacer that Vivan was talking about the last time around, and just the captain Laura Woolwart and Hemalata came good, and a few great names there that can come good. Yeah, so as I think Mumbai fans like Erish will be following it closely, but yeah, I think it's 80% Delhi, and barring an individual brilliance, if somebody pulls off a Perry, if I might call it, we might have a change in the results. But if not, yeah, it's the same teams in the same way that they're there in the points table now will go through.
yeah. As I said, it's the same thing. It's Delhi's match to win, and I think they'll win it. But then, as I said, you can never rule out an upset. And as you said, a team that has nothing to lose is the one that is the most dangerous one. But then, I mean, you could argue that even Delhi don't have a lot to lose. I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at the mentality that Mumbai came in with, Delhi could set foot on the pitch with the same type of mentality. So, I mean, as I said, you never know. But yeah, our prediction stand. I think we all
They
three
might
see Delhi going through.
Yeah, they might even go, the way Mumbai didn't look to do it much, but they might like to test that bench strength. Maybe give a couple of their players chances, because even if they lose, they'll have to lose by a very big margin for them to go to the second place. So I think this is probably going to be Delhi's game. So they might actually look to play somebody who's not got a game so far, maybe give them game time and see if they come up from individual brilliance, then they might be considered for the playoffs, because a lot of T20 goes on the current form. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
that could be another way for Delhi to look at the game.
Yeah. So that's that for our predictions for tomorrow, and we'll come back and see who's right and who's wrong. Whether Sriram breaks his streak of jinxes or whether Gersham gets yet another one right. We'll only come to know that tomorrow. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to tonight's episodes, and we'll see you back once again tomorrow on Stumps and Sixes. Thank you.